Hello everyone, welcome to DTFR Reviews. Oh, hold on just a moment. Alright, and there we go, that's better, kind of. Anyway, welcome to my new setup for yet another review. What the heck am I saying? Welcome to my new setup for DTFR Reviews. If this is your first time watching this show, then this is a fairly new setup. If this is an older video, this was a new... you get the idea. I was trying to think of a game to talk about with my new setup, and I decided to go with Sonic Rivals. The reason? Do I need a reason? I don't think I need a reason. This game is quite underrated, well, kind of underrated. I just feel like it doesn't get talked about enough. People just kind of talk about it briefly and then say, oh, it's okay, meh, and then just move on, don't really go in depth with it. Well, I'm here today to go slightly more in depth with it. You know, it's interesting. This is one of only 3 Sonic games to be exclusive to a console that's not Nintendo or Sega. I just feel really bad for Xbox considering this is their only Sonic exclusive game. But you know what, we're talking about Sonic Rivals today, let's just go into that. This here is just Sonic letting you know that everything's fine. Just wait until 2020, Sonic. Yes, this is a game that was not developed by Sonic Team, which is actually not that uncommon. I gotta say, that was pretty loud, Sonic. One quick side note, the menus are kinda when it comes to, you know, scenery. And you can actually change the background after you beat a character's story, but it's still not that great. And here's the list of characters you get to use. Okay, I went a little too quickly, but I'm sure you can pause it and see. Since we're doing story mode, why don't we just go ahead and start with Sonic, and let's pretend all these stages are not unlocked yet because I've already unlocked them. Way to really use the PSP's power there, guys. Only having text and no voices, or just slight voices. And of course, as it usually goes with some of these Sonic games, is if when they have to have friends fight, they have to have some misunderstanding here and there. You know, I guess I forgot to mention, this is a racing game. Yeah, basically take Sonic R, make it a side-scroller, and then add way more to it, and you've got Sonic Rivals. The graphics are... they're fine. It's basically like what would happen if you saw Sonic on the PS1. Kind of. Maybe a little improved. Sometimes you do kind of run into these pace-breaking moments where you have to move something if you're in first, but that is like a lot of these side-scrolling Sonic games. And if you're wondering how the life system works, well, there is no life system. Since this is a racing game, it would kind of make it annoying to have lives. No, in this game, it's just kind of a mild inconvenience to, you know, get hurt or get killed at one point. Whoa, what the heck? Are you flipping me off, Sonic? And of course, like a lot of other Sonics, you get rankings on how you did. Also, like a lot of the Sonic games, you get to fight a boss after a couple of levels. But this one's a bit different. Instead of just being your typical, oh, just beat the crap out of Eggman's machines and then you win, this is a bit different because it's still competitive. You have to hit him about 6 times before your rival does. The bosses themselves are kinda more annoying than anything, but the added competitiveness makes it more interesting. And still kind of annoying. You know, I think as I go to different zones, I should probably just change up the character to kind of show off their gameplay. As you can imagine and, well, have probably seen, you can use different moves on the characters to slow them down a bit. And every character also has their own unique moves. What the heck is going on here? For instance, Knuckles has his ground pound and, well, let's be honest, you can probably take a guess of what Sonic's move is and what Shadow's move is. I'll just need to explain Silver's when I get to him. At times, you'll run into these little obstacles that you have to press certain buttons when they show you, and sometimes there's a question mark, and I just missed that one. I will say right now that the controls for the game are not perfect. They're not really bad, just they are flawed. When it comes to trying to pull off some precise moves, it doesn't always work out, and sometimes the controls just don't always, you know, react. And sometimes whenever you try to hit the boss, it doesn't always work. This was a bad example because I hit him there, but it does happen. The music in the game is pretty decent. It's kind of hard to describe, but basically it's like a mix between Sonic music and kind of typical PlayStation music, if that makes any sense. Okay, that was a bit long. Anyway, yeah, it just kind of has that PlayStation sound to it. It's a little hard to describe. Oh, hey look, it's Metal Sonic. It finally changed something up here in this game. Maybe I should explain myself. This game doesn't really have a lot of variety to it. Not necessarily in the levels or anything, there's plenty of variety there. But in terms of gameplay itself, it's mainly just racing. There's a couple of extra modes, your typical racing one in the form of cup mode, and challenge mode where you have to race and also do certain tasks at the same time. They do kind of give you a reason to come back to the game in the form of collectible cars, an unlockable costume, and an unlockable 5th character, but that's about it. Well, while we're here, I might as well explain Silver's special move. So, you know those moves in certain video games, like competitive video games, where it works a lot better against another player and not a computer player? That's basically Silver's special move. It has to do with messing up the controls, giving the illusion that the character is, well, being confused. But if you're playing against a computer player who doesn't have to worry about controls like that, then it isn't very effective. Well, we've made it this far, why don't I just talk about the final level? Spoiler alert, I guess. Well, okay, this is technically next to the final zone, but you know, still kind of technically in spoiler territory. After racing your rival one last time, you face off against Metal Sonic again. Then you fight a giant gorilla head, where instead of it being a competitive thing, it's just a regular boss, where you just have to deal with the annoyance of Metal Sonic being around. Oh, and now you have to go stop Eggman from turning the whole planet into a card, which, by the way, that was an important plot detail I forgot to mention. It's interesting here though, because this time you're not racing a rival, you're just trying to beat the clock. In fact, in the second act of this zone, your rival actually helps you out through the level. It's a little slow and drawn out, but nevertheless effective. And then you have this pile of crap moment where you have to jump into this portal here before the time runs out. It's not even the end of the level, it's just an obstacle. Come on, Sonic, get in there! Just jump in there, come on! Why is gravity messing with me? I barely made it to the end before the time ran out because of that damn portal. Oh, well, isn't that thing pretty? So this final boss is just get to the end and defeat the main part of the ship and then you win. Boy, what a final boss that was. Just really epic. Oh, and I should probably also mention that Eggman in this game is not actually Eggman, but Eggman Nega, like from Sonic Rush. But you don't really find that out in Sonic's story. And that was basically Sonic Rivals. Oh, and shockingly enough, Metal Sonic is the character you unlock. His special move is basically just copying the opponent's special move. Oh, and here are the cards that are in the game. And I'm kind of wondering, if in the story Eggman Nega is taking pictures of these characters and items and putting them in the cards, does that mean that these are part of that? Or am I thinking too much for this game? And one more thing before we go is that, honestly, when you unlock certain parts of the costume, it goes a little deeper than I thought it would, for this game at least. Overall, the game is alright. I still think it's better than what most people see it as, but not that much better. Thanks for watching, everyone, and be sure to let me know what you thought of this newer setup, and hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and remember, this is Danny Tree Frog with Danny Tree Frog Reviews.